Alright, good night. Yes, man. Alright, so good night, guys. Good night. It's Saturday night once again in Belize. And we want to say special good night to all of Uno Pound Day, all over Belize, in the villages, town, districts, in the Keys, and to all our friends watching from abroad, all our special guests tuning in wherever you are in this part of the world, in the Caribbean. Good night, guys. Teresa, I was already sleeping. Good night, Fiona. Willoughby, Theodora, Magdalena, all the way in Boston, Massachusetts. Yes, today. Good night, Phil. We're on live tonight. And if you don't realize that me one tonight, but things are happening. Good night, guys. And tonight we have some updates to give. We haven't done a show, I think, before they went to Corozal. Yeah, before we went to Corozal was our last show. We do have several updates to give, so stay tuned for several updates. What's happening? A lot has been happening, guys. A lot has been happening. A lot of positive things have been happening. A lot of major events. All right. So, you know what I say? Boston, Massachusetts. Am I saying it correct? I'm not saying it correct. I know I'm not saying it correct. But the Boston today. Good night, Fiona. Good night, Miss Karen. Good night, Debbie. All the way in Boston, they are tuning in. I might try bring her in live, but if I bring her in live, they are fake. Fake with live video. Alright, so good night, guys. She's there in Boston. The last picture I get, the girl eats a big crab foot. And I tell Payo to eat crab foot. You want them to eat crab foot way over there. Left for the good Belize crab. If you go to Boston, the states gonna eat them states crab. Yeah, they don't want to eat Belize crab. So good night, guys. Good night. We're back. Alright, we have several updates to talk about tonight. The word is Massachusetts. Hi, good night, Philip Gonzalez. So tell us where you're watching us from, guys. As normal, we always big up everybody who watch me. Tell us where to watch me from. Somebody say me eye red. Well, I just don't beard and pro rocks get in my eye. I got a thing I like looking at it. When you see we got a shower head, they give up a nice pretty light when they pour. So I looking at the shower head. It just tempting for what? And right in my eye the water and drop. So if you see me eye red, I was looking up in the shower head and water dropping in my eye. Alright? Alright, so we have Rhonda Ramos watching from Hopkins. We have Elsie Belay watching from San Pedro. Good night, Elsie. Watching from San Pedro. Tell us where you're looking at, where you're watching from. Tell us where you're watching from. What village or district, what state today. Tina Banks watching from New York City. Good night, Tina. Trisha Steele from Chicago, Illinois. Good night, Trish. Belizean girl Dawson, my friend, straight out of Los Angeles, my favorite state. And Terry's Flowers watching from in a bed. Bed. Good night, Terry's. We have Kira Olivias from Hopkins, Dina Perez from Lawrence Bank. Good night, D. And and Tina Bowen from Waukegan, Illinois. Zinzi Miles from Norfolk, Virginia. Good night, Virginia. Alright. Auntie, please left uncle before he bite the tongue. Sherry Buckley from California, watching from Giga, Rachel. Alright. Scorpion Queen from Ladyville. Good night. They go too fast to me. Terry's Flowers, night for we. For we what? I don't know how he said it. Good night. Good night from San Hill, Charlotte Galvez. Good night from Baka Martins. Alright, Belize City. Lerner Miles watching from Jamaica. Good night, Miss Lerner. Jamaica, jam down. And Fiona is in Brocktown, Massachusetts. Machete. It's something like that. Yeah. So, it's in a Brocktown. But hold on, don't feel that day. Brockton, am I saying it right? Brockton, they got a place named Brockton. Everybody must say Brock in that tongue. It left fire Brock and the gang and stay past away Brock. Good night, baby. Brockton, Massachusetts. Alright, we have Margaret Lino from Amori Cafe Kikaka. Good night, Mr. Albert, watching from Highland Park, Illinois. We have Kelly Martinez from Georgetown. Mercedes Magania, good night. Good night, Mercedes. Kimara Young, what's up, Ladyville girl in LA? Have Nancy De Paz watching from Belize City. What's up, Nancy? Michelle Ordonis. Danielle Pop, Maya Center. Susan Rivero, from Baka Martins. Good night from Los Angeles. Art, what up, Art? Art Paper Trail Songs. Personal Badela. I love you and I miss you. You girl give me cool seed. Ay man. Good night, Fiona girl. I tell you, it's rough to sleep in your bed by yourself, you know. And you don't used to hug your lead partner, grab my lead to and go sleep and hold on to sleep. Boy, rough. Please hurry come back. I go sleep late. And then I work at the yard. Sleep in the bite me, sleep. Yeah. You think that bad? Mark barely sleep today, baby. I think Mark done to lose weight. And you see the size of Mark, right? Oh no, please come back. Please come back. Good night, Joan Lewis from 29 pounds, my friend Joan Lewis. Good night. Yes, man. Lobster tail brasa from Hawaii, Liad. The right back here, bro. Every time you come on to this song, it's special. Good night, Lobster tail. Ray Gordon, good night, bro. Scorpion Queen Ronda. Please not cry, Mr. Albert. No, I'm not cry, but if I have to, and Harlem, give me shades in me there. Once I have to cry, I'm going to put on my dark shades so nobody has to make me cry, you know what I mean? So, anytime I feel like things get sentimental, this is what I want to do. I want to take off this white jar, and I put on this white jar. Yeah! You know what? I might just left this on for the rest of the show. But I can't see the words, man. Babe, you don't drink your pressure pills. You see, if you want to come with us, if I don't drink your pressure pills. Lord, for your man. Anyway, enough respect, Art, man. And thanks to those donations you sent us, Art. Went to poor people, they may appreciate it. They love it, alright? So thanks, Art. Yes, man. Hey, I see the words, so yeah. Delia Rodriguez watching. Good night, Delia. And if you just join me, please understand that not because I got our sunshades in the house because it's Sunday out. It's because I'm kind of feeling a little bit sentimental. Yeah, emotional. And when I get emotional, my eyes start to run water. My eyes start leak. When I get emotional, my eye leak, right? And then I don't want to wipe my water party for a national thing. International people see this big black man they cry. You understand me? So we make sure we're prepared. We're prepared in case the eye start leak. Yes, man. We're prepared. Hey, so tell me about what this one, man. Somebody said the shades take you. Yes, man. I mean, shades take me, yes. I look like bald head Shaggy. Mr. Lover. Yeah, man. Good night. Good night, Ella Garcia. Ella, good night. I miss Sophie. 5 years, I miss you. I tell you, boy. You can go, but you must come back. Diabetes. How is that called? Diabetes? Yes, man. They are. Hey, I read with you. They say I read. They put out with shades. Come I read. Go through. Yes, man. So I keep this like a handy. Yeah. Alright, so tell us story watch this from. We can start the thing tonight, alright? We're probably to watch it from. We're probably on the day. Good night from Silk Grass. Good night, Silk Grass. Sorry to do. Alright, good night to everybody. We're probably on the day. Love make you do crazy things, man. You see, the whole world saw the international slap. Where Will Smith box Chris Rock. Alright, and they said that love make you do crazy things. Well, love make you go to shades the night. Because you might shed some high water. Right? Yeah. Let it go, brother. Let it go. You think me I make you watch me cry about this? Don't be crazy, or I rather stuff there with stuff up in there, so like a Muslim before they see me cry. Yes. Oh man. Alright, so good night, guys. I see what Libertad in the building. Good night, Libertad. Cry me a river, somebody say. Hey, when you hear that old man talk about Makobi, I think that's real. Yes, because man, they have to force me to eat. Let's have a semester Albert and I eat. Eat. That's what me lady.
Finish up the pack of pistachio.
Yeah. The whole pack of pistachio done. Yeah. But all in all, my sister-in-law deserved the trip. She's in Boston, and then they'll be back over in New Jersey. They are having a wonderful time. Every time they send me pictures, I can. I said a teeth. I said a teeth. You know, so they really deserve it. Alright, and they are having a wonderful time with family. Alright, with the Stewart family. So congrats to you guys. Thank you guys for taking good care of my wife and my sister-in-law. Alright, their first time in out of Boston, and they love it. I just wish that one day come when I could fly. You know, I miss flying. I really miss flying. As much as I love what I'm doing, I miss flying and traveling. Hey, traveling does something to you, man. When you travel, that like it take off a load of stress off of your back. You know, traveling ease the brains. And I really want some ease brains right now, but when the time comes, I'll make a travel again. Yes, man. So tonight we have some updates to give. You know, when I first met Fiona, he came in what the place name? Bird's Isle. Yes, that time the Bird's Isle had karaoke, and he said, "Go sing for me, babes," and I gotta sing Georgia on my mind. Now the only thing I did was I changed the lyrics. Instead I said Georgia on my mind, I put it to Fiona on my mind. Yes, that's by Ray Charles. And the song goes like this. It says, Fiona, Fiona. I have Fiona on my mind. Yeah, I can feel my mind, boy. So, you know, Mr. Abado, hey, not like you just stick close to somebody and you got a connection. Hard. One of my ribs gone. I tell you everything God take over one. I think two God. One of my ribs gone, boy. But anyway, we have a lot of updates to give. First of all, I want to tell you that Mr. Miller has been bedridden going on 3 years now. Because when I first met Mr. Miller, I think it was early or late 2019. It was either late 2019 I met Mr. Miller or early 2020. Mr. Miller was bedridden. Mr. Miller have a huge bed sore. And Mr. Miller says he has been inside the house for 2 years. He don't come out of the house. You know the way that to lay down in a bed for 2 years. And so he has always been asking me, say, Mr. Albert, you can't help me with an electric wheelchair. Well, God answers Mr. Miller prayers. Last week I was in communication with a lady, Belizean lady from out of Chicago. She and her friend, they are sending an electric wheelchair, and they said, Mr. Albert, find somebody who you think could benefit from this electric wheelchair. And the first individual come to my mind was Mr. Miller. So April 14th, ow, my foot, right go. Ay, foot, wait. Aye, I tell you, boy, cramp. Yes, so April 14th, Mr. Miller will receive his brand new, and it's a brand new electric wheelchair. Right? So, God is good. He's slow but sure. He took a while because Mr. Miller, they have to chair for some while now. But the chair is coming. Alright? So we are asking, whenever he reach for the customs people, they ease women. Alright? Because these things that we receive, we get it and we pass it on to the people who need it the most. Alright? And Mr. Miller really deserve to have mobility again, to ride around, to go up on Albert Street, go to market, go pick up a thing there. You know? Nobody want to lay down in a house for 2 years. You imagine that for dinner 2 years, lay down can't go nowhere. You depend on somebody to do everything for you. Well, you want to get a wheelchair and you get back one little bit of independence in moving around. Alright, so we want to thank the two Belizean sisters out in Chicago. I think one of them are Belizean and the next one's supposed to be on Black American. I'm not sure. But guys, good job, right? Mr. Miller, really appreciate it. Yes, yeah, welcome. And tomorrow, one of our special friends want to turn, how old you turn, Leslie?
93.
93 years old. Guess who want to turn 93 years old tomorrow? She's a popular lady on Ladyville Highlights. Come on. Look and see, guess who become 93 tomorrow? Look and see, if you're a true Ladyville Highlights follower and fan, you will know for who birthday tomorrow. She will be 93 years old. Come on, tell us who you think will turn 93. Granny Kate, that's right, Elsie. Elsie said Granny Kate. Tomorrow is Granny Kate's birthday. Alright, tomorrow Granny Kate will turn 93 years old. One of his son is from the States come, right?
Yeah, one of his son.
One of his son is here from America to celebrate that special 93 birthday. Alright. Yes, and so the event will be taking place in Ladyville, Milpa. That's where, so if you want to drop your little gift for Granny Kate, go there. Alright? At Miss Claudette resident in Milpa. Now, you see me there alongside me tell like Claudette tell me to tell anybody come and host a birthday party.
It is a Granny Kate birthday, you know. She's been posting it up on Facebook.
Alright, so it's public knowledge, right?
Put it on Facebook, yes.
Alright, so Granny Kate's birthday is tomorrow, guys. She will be 93 years old. If me drop and hurt the hip, right?
head.
Yes, it may drop. Yes, it may drop and me knock your head back. And me get a bad bus. She almost gonna left us.
She had a hole in her head.
That one hole in her head. Alright, and that's when Miss Leslie came in as a caregiver and nursed back this lady back to health. Alright? And I saw the pictures how me look first. Right? And before somebody said I look like Super G. Muebolo. I look like Super G then.
Yes.
Muebolo. Markle. Is a one Super G can't talk. Alright, so we have the birthday for Miss Granny Kate. And it says, boy, I said, I need glasses to this now. Hold on. Look at take off my Super G shades and put on my glasses. And the words are fine. You know when you hit 40s, anything happen to you, know. Good morning, family and Facebook friends. What a beautiful day. Just saying that Sunday will be the eve of Granny Kate's birthday. Now, her birthday is actually on Monday. It's the 4th of April. But I want it to be special and memorable for her because we don't know what will be next year for us. Therefore, I am taking her on a trip back to the old villages we once lived. We're going to Camalote, Roaring Creek to meet and see her, who all have a desire to. There's something in Camalote. We all can meet at Luke Banner home, her grandson in Roaring Creek. You all could go, alright, home to see her, blah, 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 blah. So, the birthday is actually Monday.
Yeah, but then it's celebrated Sunday.
Alright, so then they celebrate the birthday tomorrow.
Yep.
Alright? So Granny Kate's birthday is Monday, but then I celebrate it tomorrow because yes, I like the Super G look. Marbele, yes man. Mambalabula, Bellas, yes. Let's see what you sing. Teke tikita.
Alright. You got it.
Teke tikita. Ta. Yes man. But the Super G look. With our guy from us, that's why you look the same way. Alright, so Granny Kate's birthday is Sunday. Monday, sorry. Alright, so one next update guys I want to talk about is Mr. Sabe. Alright, Sabe is in, I think the last time I checked with Sabe because Marcy is from New York. She's a Belizean red-skinned girl from New York City and she came to visit and he brings some stuff with Sabe. But when I go and check on Sabe had to rush back in the hospital. So, and the last, when I call the doctor says, Mr. Albert, the doctor have to put Sabe in a induced coma. So guys, pray for Sabe. Alright, pray for Sabe. Sabe was a vibrant young man. Always there by Kongshel Beer. Sabe used to take part in a carnival. Alright, Sabe might have the ups and the downs, but at the end of the day, that's still a human being, that's still God picnic. Alright, that's still God picnic. So, we thank all the people that will come out and show support because when I did the first interview with Sabe, and everybody, some people let me know Sabe sick. Some people let me know Sabe sick. And when I did the first interview, when I went back like 2 or 3 days afterwards, I was amazed to see the outpour of love and appreciation that was taken to the house. The man get 2 wheelchairs, the man received brand new mattress, the man got box of Pampers mark donation and a whole lot of other stuff. That tells us that despite how one person might have been or what they do, the past is the past, the man sick and the man need help. And sickness, that for anybody. Because nobody choose to get sick. Nobody want to dip on a bed. Nobody want to no bed sore. Right? Nobody want to at a position where you can't do nothing for yourself. Right? So, you never know. Sometimes it might be come back to you. Sickness might not come to you, but it might come to one of your picnic. It might come to one of your family member. And trust me, getting sick that Belize, you better got some dollars saved. And even when you got the dollars saved, trust me, now that helps us sometimes because medicine costs, go to doctor costs, just to talk to the doctor at $70. Yes, sometimes what happen, blah 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 blah. Alright, pay 70. Then you have to pay for the medication. And then don't make them hospitalize you because $1,000 a night. I don't make them put you in the ICU because it's expensive. So guys, Belizeans, I have been doing Ladyville highlights since 2017 and I've seen so many of our people, young and old, who when they drop sick have to do barbecue sale. And you know what one of the discouraging thing about barbecue sale? Sometimes you barely make back the money we spend on get all the chicken and get this and get that and get beans. If you no donations, you have to buy anything. And things so bad because of pandemic and COVID-19, nobody did donate like that. So you have to, I tell you, if you got your health, take care of your health. Stop the eat up there lot of fried chicken. Serious, we people, I don't know that we're wrong with you. You guys realize that the Chinaman don't eat that thing when they sell them? I used to tutor one China boy, Steven. Steven and one China boy, but boy Steven had me tough. they say most Chinese smart, but Steven me tough. But I used to hey, then they pay me for tutor Steven. Me make sure that at Steven house. 7 o'clock with tutor Stephen post the say, yeah, I say, Albert, don't do that, my friend. Don't do that. But the truth, Stephen had me tough. Now, Stephen's sister very, very intelligent. That God that me small, but he brings me the fire. So they call me in for tutor Stephen, right? And me and Steve, I asked the man, I said, because people come buy chicken, you know, people come buy chicken, you know, and I feel good because as a black man, as a Creole man, Garifuna man, I have that privilege to be behind the scenes and watch how people come buy fried chicken. Son and go like that crack. I tell you, son and go. One fried chicken Chinaman and then disrespectful, you know. Hurry up with the chicken fried man, big simple Chinese. Hurry up with chicken, one chicken fried man. How you want to disrespect the man that cooked your food? Right? If I mean me, the fried chicken, I want to call me big simple Chinese, hurry up with the fried chicken. You know what? But you know where I do? Yeah man, wait man, right now. Right now I come fried chicken for you. Right now, wait. And I look at my big boys here. Hey. I see who's simple now. You can't disrespect. You can't disrespect the people who they prepare your food. Right? You can't do that, they think wrong. But anyway, that's beside the point, right? Unless they didn't do that, no. They never do that. But I tell you, if me want to call me big simple Chinese, hurry up with the chicken. Wow, hurry up with the chicken with you. So you laugh, they say that too. So I asked the lady who run the business, Miss, me call her Lou. Right? I can't get a real name, right? So, Lulu, you guys eat the fried chicken on the sell Belizeans? Boy, the women gonna say that fuck. That lady, that like I insult that lady. No! No! No, Albert! No! I get frightened. I said, well, did I do something wrong? He said, no, Albert, we don't eat that. He said, but your people love it. So we sell them. We are in the business of making money. And if this is what the people love, hey, come fried chicken, come chop suey, come blend the soy sauce, yeah, that's a ketchup, come. Ketchup pepper, yes. He said, when you come back tomorrow night, Albert, I will show you what we eat. And so boy, me excited now because now next night me gone, and me gone back. And my friend tell me, Lucy, and by the way, Chinese are very nice people, right? I might say that as a joke, but Chinese are very, very nice people. They don't like problem. They abide by the law, and all they want to do is to raise their family, just like we. and help out each other. And if they're your friend, then they're your friend. They were my friend. Right? They were my friend. And I like them. So, he said, come Albert and I'll show you exactly what we eat. So when I gone the following day, I do tutoring with Stephen. When they done the tutoring, he said, come. So I sit down. I could tell anybody that. I sit down around a Chinaman table with the wife and family. And I eat when I eat. What did we eat? We eat steamed rice with stuffed sweet pepper. That's the first time you say stuffed pepper, you know. Stuffed sweet pepper with fish inside. But the fish not fry, it like a broil or steam. And it's seasoned good. And a couple of green thing chop up. And I tell you, that me nice. He said, Albert, we believe in eating healthy. When last you see one big fat Chinese? Eh? Only in a movie you see that big fat Chinese. Right? But they eat healthy and they're rarely sick. But then you go up on free tongue. Oh my goodness. I got to kick down fence. I cringe when I see how many people they line up in the sun hot for that fried chicken. And yes, more ketchup, Chinese. Give me some more Chinese ketchup. And then they lick their finger. Then they lick the high blood pressure. Then they lick the cholesterol and the triglycerides. And then when you learn up that KHMH and the drips, China they can look for you. Kick down fence they can look for you. Then I can say, man, boy, I'm a good customer sick, boy. You never own. Because we never force up to eat it. We don't willingly come and pay for it and buy it. Somebody said, well, I want some right now, huh? Somebody said they want some chicken right now. Guys, hey, all fun and joke one side. Too many young people in Belize are suffering from kidney failure. Right now, my Ladyville highlights and my wife and our good businessman from Corozal, we have come together to help a young lady who is 23 years old. The young lady 23 years old and doctor have to take out one eye kidney. No, you only 23 years old and one of your kidney don't broke down. Shut down. So now you the fire upon one. What could have caused one 23-year-old kidney to decide to say, I don't give up. Right? The kidney give up. So now doctor tell her you need to take that kidney out. And they all over the place till it came to us. I came to Ladyville Highlights and we did the interview. The interview was seen by our good friend, the businessman in Corozal. He's an excellent philanthropist. That man has done so much across his country, right? But he's stationed in Corozal. And he called and he says, Albert, I want to work with you, man. I want to help that girl with the kidney problem. You know? And so, this week coming, the young lady will do her surgery at KHMH to take out one eye kidney. So now, for the rest of her life, at only 23 years old, she'll have one kidney. Man, if we eat right, and we drink right, and we take care of this temple, this body temple where God gives, because it's a temple, you know. The Bible said the body is a temple of God. Treat it right. Right? So if we take care of this temple, yeah, last week. This body here, all of the body where God give it, you know, come with a reset button. This is not PlayStation 2, 3, or 4. This is not Xbox. This is life. Life does not come with a reset button to say play again, try it again. One shot, and if you humbug it, that's it. Because kidney don't like tree, you know, grow back. Once you lose it, it's gone. All right, so Belizeans, take care of your health. Too much young people, they suffer from old people disease. The things, yeah, the things that old people they used to sick from, the younger people they sick from it now, I believe you know. Younger people. So guys, take care of your health. So back to the Sabe subject. Sabe need prayers. Sabe need prayers. At this point of our Sabe Mr. Nunes need prayers. All of we have to come together and knock on heaven's door and pray to God, please help Mr. Sabe. If it is your will, prolong Sabe life. Bring him back. Alright? Because one of the things Sabe said, Mr. Albert, I don't want dead. Mr. Albert, I don't want dead. You know, nobody wanted. Nobody wanted. Nobody wanted at a young age. Alright? God give you life, man. He said, I give you life, and life you must have it and live it more abundantly. Sick up in a hospital with drips or upon your bed, the linger and the languish. That's not life, man. That's not life, you know. So let's pray for Sabe. Alright? I know all of you will listen right now with a praying people. So when you go up on with knees tonight and before we retire to sleep, we can say a prayer for Mr. Sabe, because God can do the impossible. I've seen it happen already. I've seen it happen, and I don't doubt God in nothing. If God, the last person, have the last say, that the Almighty Father God. Right? So Sabe needs a lot of prayers. Alright? Sabe needs a lot of prayers. He's 48 years old, and the man look old. But that because of the way sickness look to you, he sucked the life out of you. He sucked the life forces out of you, the energy. Alright? And the only person who enjoys seeing God's creation sick, that's Satan, the enemy. The Bible says he come to seek, to kill, and to destroy. The Bible calls Satan a roaring lion, walk it around seeking who he may devour. Yes, the one they grab her, drop sickness for that one. Yeah, shut that one they down. You think he happy in Ladyville highlights? You think the enemy is happy with what Mr. Albert and his wife is doing in Belize? He will create and cause people to want to create enemies with us, because what we are doing, we are bringing back hope in the lives of people who have given up on hope. You know, people tell me they go to the minister and the minister can't help them. Some people are heartbroken. Some people are heartbroken to the point of tears when they tell me, Mr. Albert, I'm gone, and the man office, and I knock, and I could see him back there, I could see him the walk, I could see him when he dodge, when he see me. And Mr. Albert, the man, no one help me. Well, that's the way you vote for. That you gonna put your ex there. Yeah. That you gonna put your ex there. That's why that catch you. You understand me? But if you don't do this, put your hand together, don't put your ex to finger, put your hand together and call on the Most High, the creator of heaven and earth, the one that make me and you. Then you give prayers. And he not hide from you. As a matter of fact, he said, come unto me, all who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He said, come to me. The politicians said, that yo, who did the girl, who did the secretary? Tell her gone out. Yes, that's how they treat we. Right? So, we need to trust God. We need to put the hands together. Like when they tell primary school, hands together in high schools and bow your head in a humble subjection. I say, God, if you become do it back then, I know you could do it again. Like the song say, he'll do it again for you. You may not know how. You may not know when. But he'll do it again. Alright? So, we need to stop eating bad food. Alright? Right? Kidney problem. You think boy and give back one new kidney? You look for your own. Alright, Mr. Albert, Mark can't eat. Because your wife on the other side, they will do a poor Mark. They will say Mark can't eat. But when you call you're not
fast right now.
When you call you're slim. You're slim when you come back. Alright, let's talk about Corozal. Let's talk about our Corozal trip. Alright? And then we have several things we want to touch upon. We'll make a catch for you and drink some water. Please. right, we want to talk about the carousel giveaway. Every 2 months, or every 3 months, Ladyville Highlight tries to do a big giveaway in the villages. Somebody messaged me and said, Mr. Albert, how on you decide which village you go? Simple. We pray about it. We pray to God about which village to go next. Thank you very much, Les. We pray about which village to go next. And the one that rests heavily upon your mind, that's the one part we go. We also, good night, Miss Thelma Vasquez Gonzalez, our friend. You see that lady there? Miss Thelma and her husband, they pick up truck with the use. They pick up things and drop off things and pick up barrel from port and carry things to people at their house. That vehicle is a blessing because the husband, Belizean husband and wife, living in California, see what we are doing and offered us to use their vehicle to do this amazing work of reaching the poor and the underprivileged in our country, Belize. And I know God will bless them because in the worstest of time ever, where will you find somebody do that for you? Only God makes something like that possible. So Miss Thelma and your husband, salute and always maximum respect. Same goes out to Mr. Kirk Usher. Kirk Usher is a gentleman from Las Vegas, Belizean Rastaman, who offered us a SUV Land Rover to use for the ministry of helping and reaching out to the poor and underprivileged in our country, Belize. Mr. Usher is not a rich man, neither is Miss Thelma and her husband, but they are not people who got the love of God in their heart. Because we never asked them, they made the offer to us. And we recognize that this is not right, so this is a God work. We accepted the offer and we take care of the people's vehicle. The vehicle parked right now because we know that they are. Right? I drive it, but she drives it most of the time. I use my cycles to save gas. But these are people who God touched their heart and they add to what Ladyville Highlights does. We have gone as far as PG. First time in my life me gone to PG, you know. First time in my life me gone to a village near San Antonio, where we went to bless the Maya people with we went there with Pampers, clothes, groceries, footwear, and 2 black people, you know. You ever think the missionaries only come white? Huh? When I'm a small here, missionaries they come. Yes, missionaries they come and alone white people. Hi, wait, what's your name? Can I get a picture with you? Yeah, well, it's a 2022, 2021. The missionaries that were own black Belizean, black Albert and black Fiona, they come to your village and they bring blessings to you. They're not everything white. They're not everybody whether missionaries come white, missionaries come like this too. Yes, God used this too. Right? God used this complexion because God want to use anybody. No disrespect to nobody, race to the culture, but God want to use anybody who have a willing heart, man. That's the our way thing. One willing heart. Right? One willing heart. And then there are Belizeans in the States. We have Belizeans in Connecticut. You didn't know that till they contact me. We have Belizeans in South Dakota, in Boston, the part of my wife there right now. States like Virginia. We have as far as Ohio. They contact me and they tell me they love what we are doing and they want to contribute and they want to help. These people send us Pampers. And just the other night, I was telling somebody, I have been supplying Pampers to Ladyville Highlights. I have been supplying several individuals with Pampers, and I'll list them for you. We have Kevin, who lives in Yabra. Kevin is 27 years old, but Kevin has the mentality of like a 5-year-old. He gets Pampers from us. We have a lady in Rancho. She gets Pampers from us. We have Mr. Samos. He gets Pampers from us. And we have various other people who get Pampers from us. Guys, this is a no joke. This is a no lie. Anytime the barrel of Pampers look like you're about to finish, for some strange reason, Lenny, if I take off his glasses and see me eye red, That's how I take it off. Right? You see me, I read. But for some strange reason, anytime the Pampers seems like you are finished, God mysteriously send Pampers back in a barrel. Like the story of the widow and the oil.
Yes.
We have never run out of Pampers that we can't supply people with Pampers. And I, honest to God, find that amazing. We get Pampers from California, from down in California. I see Miss Sahia watching right now. She sends us Pampers. We get Pampers from California. We get Pampers from Los Angeles. We get Pampers from New York. We get Pampers from Belizeans, right the Belize. When their loved one pass away and they have the leftover Pampers, they say, Mr. Albert, call for the Pampers. And we put it back in the barrel. Belizeans, right home yourself. If they have extra Pampers in the house because their loved one, they don't use it no more, they tell me, Mr. Albert, call for the Pampers. I go for the Pampers. And these same Pampers I give to these people who we supply. From 2020, we have never run out of Pampers to give the people who need it most. And you know how much you pack about Pampers? Almost $26 for a pack, we bring in 10.
Almost $30.
Yeah, almost $26 to $30 for a pack about Pampers, we bring in about 10. Ladies and gentlemen, when I give Pampers to people, you can ask the people if get Pampers from Mr. Albert and my wife Fiona. We don't give them one pack, we give them 2, sometimes 3.
And most of them are the pull-ups and
right? Pull-ups and the one there, the tape. Yeah. And then we also provide them with underpads. We have never run out of Pampers and underpads. It's amazing how God do it. But I could testify to it. Fiona can testify to it. When people need Pampers, we always have.
Right down to baby feed.
Right down to baby feed. Baby Pampers. No, we not got a lot of baby Pampers, you know. Because we get that milk way. But the adult one then we always have. We always have. And I see donors at home and abroad, thank you for allowing God to use you to be the main catalyst in sending those items to us here in Belize, whereby we can be able to send it to people who need it most. Some of these Pampers end up with a Corozal. Some of these Pampers end up with a Dangriga or Raindrop because people sick all over this country. People sick. I wish there was more I could do to help people. But that's just me one. That's just me and my wife. And now 2 away. 2 away got a job. She got a job. I got my job. You know much thing I need to pick up from people? I need to go pick up medication when the steroids flowers send. I need to go pick up other stuff where people have to give me. But honest to geez, man, I don't got the time. Sometimes I run out of time. Sometimes when I come home and knock and them eat, I drop in on the chair and I shut right down. So I shut down, so Fiona shut down.
Even when you see
right?
you still get up to
And even like the other day I never feel good, I still help people. I did home 2 days and I still help people. Right? So by God's grace, guys, I know I need to go pick up medication from people. I know I need to go pick up supplies on the go for it, clothes on the go for it. No, please don't get the idea that we don't want to come for it. Right? We don't know that we don't want to come for it. There's just a time. And so, you see, what happened is that when I left post office in the evenings, when the other guys they left post office in the evenings, they go home and they can watch TV and watch their Netflix and enjoy themselves. When me and my wife left for we job, it's like a whole new job starts again. Because if something comes for the blind man, we take it for the blind man. If something comes for the sick person, we take it for the sick person. Or if somebody calls and say, Mr. Albert, I have a wheelchair, we don't use it to walk off it, we go for it because we know there are so many other people who can benefit from these things. And like one lady says, Mr. Albert, I got to try buy one. And the car site is crazy. You got to try rent one. And the car site to rent one wheelchair is ridiculous. But when they come to Ladyville Highlights, when they ask Miss Fiona or they ask Mr. Albert for a wheelchair, we tell them, take it. Right? No, we have to change your word for take it now. No. We have to say, borrow it. Right? Because when your loved one eventually goes to rest in the Lord, we would like, or they get better or they improve. We would like if that you would say, Mr. Albert, boy, me get better. You don't need it no more. Then you call, you bring it back to him, man. Alright? Somebody else could use it because there is always somebody else who needs to use the wheelchair. There's always somebody else who needs to use the walker or the walking stick. Alright? Our friend from our business partner, well, not business partner, but our good friend, the businessman, he has ordered for us 1,000 Ladyville highlight stickers. These stickers will eventually be seen. So if you go on a wheelchair, we have put on the Ladyville highlight stickers on the wheelchair. If you go on any device, alright, we have put on the Ladyville highlight stickers because that sticker is to remind you that in the event the person passes away, or in the event the person recovers and is healed and doesn't need the wheelchair no more or the walker no more, then return it back to us, alright, so that somebody else can benefit from it, alright, and that's so the cycle will continue, alright. We don't want to take the wheelchair and push her along the street because we go sell pint, right? Don't do that, man.
Push it like car.
Dig, or have it in the yard, make rain come to wet it. Make rain come to wet it and everything there, alright. So we ask you to you know, once you don't use it, bring it back to us, and then we will find somebody else to use it. Alright? Moving on. On the subject of Libertad, we were happy to visit the village of Libertad, and the chairman was very, very accommodating. He had the school prepared for us, and we went there. The residents came out. Unfortunately, a lot of Seventh-day Adventist people who wanted some blessing were not able to receive anything because we went on a Saturday. Alright? So that gives us an idea. Next time we should move on Sunday. In respect of people's day of worship, we would then go on a Sunday so that both Sunday keepers and Seventh-day Adventist Sabbath keepers can, you know, receive blessings as well. Alright, because I felt so bad to know that there were so many people from the Seventh-day Adventist community in Libertad who wanted to receive some blessings, but they were not there. Alright, they were not able to come because they were in church worshiping. Alright, so our next village we want to do is a village in the west. So if you know any village in the west, going to Cayo side, if you know any village that can benefit from a Ladyville highlights giveaway blessing, then you just comment it to it, and then the one that receives the most comment and the one that God impressed upon our hearts. Oh, my foot right now. Yes, the foot will sleep. The foot kind of hear me talk. Alright, so our next big giveaway, guys, is going to be in the Cayo district area. Alright, again, we don't know any people out there. Alright. Yeah, ready to go on Mark Stevens? I like the shirt, only real man wear pink. I feel like Pink Panther tonight. Yes, man. So people out west, we want to accept suggestions which village we should visit for our next big giveaway. Alright. Myself is coming, Fiona is coming, our YouTuber is coming, Anton Vlogs. Anywhere we go, we take Miss Anton with Anton's vlogs with us, because she's the one who documents our pictures and videos, and then later on she creates this beautiful video whereby others can be able to see. Oh, and by the way, we also have the Ladyville Highlights YouTube page. Alright, so we are on YouTube. We're on YouTube, and we're also on Instagram. I still need to load up some more stuff on Instagram, but I'm trying to keep up with the YouTube page. Alright, so you can tell your friend and tell people who might want to support us to go and look at the our YouTube page, and you can see the amazing work we are doing here in Belize to reach out to the people in need and the underprivileged people. Alright, we don't discriminate nobody. We don't care if you're a party follower of blue or you follow red. We don't into politics. I stress it over and over because we want our people to know that we not into politics, we not into red nor blue. At the end of the day, all are we still the bloody punish. Alright? No matter where church you go, no matter where church you belong to, once you have one genuine need and we have it within our capacity to help, we will help you. Alright? With the help of God and the grace of God, we will help you. We will do our best to help you. Alright? So, we're looking forward to going to a village in Cayo area soon. Alright? Just comment below and tell us where and there are several villages on the Western Highway. You have Rowing Creek, Tea Kettle, Carmalote, Blackman Area, Georgeville, Unitedville, Esperanza, and a whole lot of other villages until I reach Santa Elena and then I reach to Cayo. Alright, so I don't know the villages, I know the villages there, but I don't know the people in the area. Right? You guys who live it, reach out to it, we pray about it, and then the inspiration of God will direct you to where path we go. And when we come, like we do in all villages, when we come, whatever we come, we know they bring back nothing, everything stays, and we try to make it like Fiona says, at least everybody receives something. Alright, we want everybody to receive something. When we were in Libertad, a lot of young mothers, young baby mothers, were happy to receive baby feed, Huggies, Pampers. Children receive children footwear, and they receive school supplies. Alright, they receive school supplies, the children receive school supplies. Men receive men footwears, clothes. Alright, and man, you guys don't know. I try to capture the smiles that people face whenever they are receiving their thing. And you can actually see where people are happy to receive these items. But when, I didn't see it firsthand. It's a different feeling to see it firsthand. You know? And it just goes to show that God is real and that God's love is being showed by people abroad. And we are just instruments that receive these items and take it to the people who need it the most. Alright, so we're looking forward to our next big giveaway is in Cayo district, and we want to have a suggestion of which village we should visit in Cayo. Alright. Also a young lady, Miss Marie Zoila. A young lady, Zoila, she's 39 years old. Zoila from Dangiga. Zoila received a brand new wheelchair thanks to Miss Marie Vernon from Houston, Texas. She's a Belizean activist and she into social work as well and giving back. Well, 39-year-old Miss Zoila received a brand new wheelchair. Alright, and the family members reached out to us and they were so happy and thankful that she got a brand new wheelchair. On the subject of wheelchair, I must mention that a lady from New York, and this one kind of disturbed me, right? One lady from New York saw our video with the young man who fell off at the roof in Pomona. And she said she wants to give the young boy a brand new wheelchair. And I was happy for that. Now the thing is, Mr. Albert cannot be everywhere at the same time. And so the wheelchair came to a heavy box cover New York with the brand new wheelchair inside and then some other stuff for the sister and the boy who cares for his brother. Because the lady says because the sister has been doing such a good job of caring for her brother, she also deserves to get something. And so the stuff came, a big heavy box, and then what I did, I put it on the bus, the James bus, and asked the chair lady of Pomona Village, right? Because we did give away in Pomona, and so we have established a nice relationship with the chair lady of Pomona Village, and we asked her, please do me the favor, and deliver the box to the boy who dropped off at the roof. And so that was done. And I sent the picture, they sent the pictures and video, and I sent it to the person who sent the wheelchair. And I get a text to come back and say that me don't like, the person said, I don't like how the stuff was delivered, because I bought expensive stuff. I didn't see pictures of everything, and the stuff was delivered in the back of the pickup truck, and you know, and I feel heartbroken, because then you don't want the delivery being done the way I do delivery. You can't bex the lady. The lady is not Albert. The child lady is not Albert. The enthusiasm that I do my videos with will never be the same from somebody else. But I ask the lady do a favor, because I did a work, right? And I can't drive from my job to Pomona and carry one wheelchair for the young man. So I ask the lady do it for me. Right? Right? Ask the lady do me a favor, and the lady deliver the thing to the person. But because it wasn't done with the enthusiasm that I normally do my videos, the person feel upset. And that make I wonder, like, did you really give the wheelchair to help the boy, or you may want to big up, you may want to call your name? Because why would you get upset? At the end of the day, the boy received the wheelchair, and when you see the picture of the boy in the wheelchair, the boy well and happy, you know. The boy happy. If he get a wheelchair, he could move around the yard, you know, he could wheel himself up the street. So sometimes it make you wonder, you know, right? Like I said, the only me one, and my wife work, and I work, and I have a boss off answer too. And if I say, alright, here they go on now. So here we go on, alright. Alberto and those ladies with the highlights and serve the country of Belize full time. Who want to pay me? Who want to pay me? Because at the end of the day, I still have to pay me like bill, I still have to pay me water bill. The last time we did, they out the internet. We had visitors the last time we did, they out the internet. I need internet. I need internet for do my broadcasting like what I do right now. I need internet. If I don't have no internet, I can't broadcast. And BTL, no care if you don't miss a Ladyville highlights. But I pay your bill. You understand me? So I have to pay a bill like everybody else. We have to buy gas in the pickup truck. We have to move at $12 to $13 for 1 gallon of gas. But we don't complain. We don't complain because deep in our hearts we believe and we trust that God will provide. And He has been providing. Right? Now it's on my heart. It's on my heart to go all out and do Ladyville highlights all out. And go to the districts, because they're right now. We have been receiving several calls from people in Belmopan who want to see Mr. Albert or who want to have a one-on-one talk with me. I have received calls from people in as far as Punta Gorda, Orindra, Corozal, even in the Keys. Mr. Albert, come out here, come out here. Other people need help. But what I could do, right? What I could do. And honestly, I love what I do. I love what I do because I can actually, literally see the hands of God working in what we are doing. And thank everyone on with the para timeline there. Everyone I know that you guys make it possible for us to be able to do what we are doing. Seriously. No, it's not about Fiona. It's not about Albert. It's about you guys responding to the voice of God and the impression that He has put on your hearts to give back, to help somebody else in need. And most of the times, when we help total strangers, we don't know who to help. You know what I love about this, what I'm doing, is that I don't know what this week will bring. So I look forward to serving. We can see what this week will bring. We can see who want call and need help. And guys, while there are so many people who need help, there are so many fakers too. So much people about they pretend they need help when they don't really need no help. You know? Last week or last 2 weeks, there was a lady on the highway by Ladyville with a big sign. Single mother. Need help. Picnic needs to do surgery. Whole year should collect for this picnic, you know. Whole year. It is on the Northern Highway. It is on the Western Highway. It is on the Southern Highway. And the picnic needs help because the picnic needs to do a surgery. Single mother. And I listen, I say, I say, but talk to her, Albert, and I listen to her. And every time they spit out on the talk, I could feel the untruths they come out. But I say, I still listen to her. And we listen to her. And I tell my co-worker, I say, you know what happened right now? I'm going to post this young lady story. But I can guarantee you, in less than half an hour, I will get calls that something is not right with this lady's story. Man, no long after I gone, my phone starts go off. Mr. Albert, I left from the village that a girl come from, and told liar, nothing wrong with the picnic. That's the way they do. They go from village to village. The big people and the use people's sympathy to collect money. And when they collect the money, they go party. Anything wrong. Anything wrong, because what that does, that there are people who want to give, you know. There are genuine people who don't mind taking from their hard-earned money and give and help out. But when people like them, when they find out they're not real, then the people they have done, they want to give them, but they're kind of skeptical. They shut off the heart of the people if I even want to give again. Right? And then they lie on the picnic, how the picnic sick. And lie how the picnic needs surgery. When I go up, they always tell me, the worst thing you could do, the lie on sickness. You don't do that. And for your picnic too. Let you lie for yourself, but not for your picnic, man. Lad. And then I think in Abandala, I saw they arrest one man. If he picnic then and he need to go to Independence. You know? So it really put one damper on the hearts of people who want to give, because listen to me, money not come easy, you know. Money not come easy, but 95% of Belizeans have a good heart. Right? 95% of Belizeans want help. But nobody want to take them make one ass neither too. Right? Nobody want to take them make no fool. Dig? So when once I come across them and then a few cars, I want to expose them. I want to expose them and make people know who could help them if you don't want to help them. But if they're not real, we know to deal with them. Because while they play real, you got people like somebody need the help. You got people like the sisters. There's two sisters. One sister may do babysitting, right, I believe, yeah? One may do babysitting and one gets stroke. The one who was doing babysitting stopped the babysitting to care for his sister who got stroke. So now fishy means of income get cut off. Fishy means of income get cut off. There are people who genuinely need the help. If you are getting a 10 or 20, then the people supposed to get a 10 or 20. Alright? You got Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace get a brand new job in Texas. Unfortunately, drop and block your foot. Right? But Mr. Wallace have a pay rent. But I stay. They are the people supposed to get the blessings. Now them big young girl here, stand up by roadside, single mother. They will ask her, say, you got a boyfriend? But then the girl start bab and stammer. They call it panhandlers. And then the girl start bab and stammer. You got a boyfriend or you got a boyfriend? I get straight to the point, you know. I get straight to the point. No, my pick the pop, girl. And then I realized they tell a lie. They tell a lie. You need to go look for a WORK. Or get a job. Or a JOB. And stop they take people money. And they use people's sympathy. They think wrong. And flag on up for that. Alright? We also would like to say that Melanie is the pint bottle. I call her the pint bottle girl, right? But you know, it named Melanie. But I remember each story different in my head. Melanie, I meet Melanie when I'm going to work, and I see her. I watch Melanie, and they pass me, and she push the car to the pint bottle there, and then got like the cheap picnic. And the picnic they run, but then they look with their eyes, like then they search or something. And when they find a pipe, they carry it and put it in the bag, and push the pram. And something tell me, go check pram. Go see what I mean on the story. And when I got on an interview with Melanie, you know what stand out about Melanie's story? Melanie said, I have been selling pint bottles for so much years. The pint bottle money where I sell, that where I have my son, the high school. Me not the beg nobody, Melanie say. Me not the beg nobody. I mean not beg nobody. I want to sell my pint bottle. And that touched me. And I had received some donations. And I said, Melanie, how much are the pint want to cost to carry that boy and boy to sell? Melanie said, well, I give about $30. Boy, that's rough, you know. Melanie get $30 with all the pint in the pram, all the pint in the pie back, and Melanie get $30 on boy. You know that a lot to take, you know, when you are walk and pick up their pint, then you have to walk out of the factory to sell their pint for $30. I said, Melanie, you know what I want to do for you? I received some blessings. Melanie, I'll give you $50 towards your groceries. Man, you should see when the picnic light up. And Melanie said, thanks. I tell her, Melanie, I'll come back and see you. And I'm going to see Melanie. That interview with Melanie, since we did that interview with Melanie, Belizeans have gone to Melanie's house and then care. Since they know the pint where he sell, Belizeans have gone to Melanie's house and drop off pint he sell. Belizeans have gone to Melanie's house and given groceries. Belizeans have treat Melanie to her treatment last week. Belizeans living in the state, one Belizean lady, Ella Tood Kanaki from the Jude Foundation. Ella is paying for Melanie false teeth. Melanie and get teeth just because of that one interview. Melanie life is completely being changed because of one interview. The same thing. And she, yes, and she have a lot of picnic, 7 picnic.
Yeah.
7 picnic, the picnic, me dey barefoot. That the next week catch my attention.
And she not asking nothing.
Yeah, me dey barefoot. And I think somebody want to get close today. Yeah. And then we saw their living condition. So Melanie is a real true case of somebody who really needs help. Alright? Melanie is a real true case of somebody who really needs help. So then they're the kind of people that we really want help. When they come in their life, when we come in for their life, we not only come in their life, we just do a video. No, you have no idea that video is being seen all over the world. And there are people with good heart. There are people who God they talk to. And God move on their heart and they help the same individual who we video. Alright? The same thing happened recently, today. Today, blind man Victor brother received groceries. The groceries were supposed to go for Victor. But Victor passed away before he could get the groceries. But because of that one interview we did with Victor, somebody in the state side and decided they want to send groceries for Mr. Victor. Now Victor did, but his brother was the one who received the groceries. Right? And then the ensure, we have the ensure right here, so we will then take this ensure and then we distribute to somebody else who needs it. Alright? And that's how it works. That's how it works. Alright? So, I mean, it's amazing what God can do to people who surrender their hearts to be used by Him. Alright? And one of the texts I always use is say, the least you do unto the least of these, Jesus said, the least you do unto anyone and any people there, it is just like you are doing it unto me. Alright? So, we thank God for that. And then the baby with the rash received more Aveeno cream. Alright? And Worldviews. Worldviews is a black travel group from the States. They'll be back in Belize. We had a Zoom meeting. Myself, Fiona, and the organizers. We had a Zoom meeting. These people will come to Belize. They came already, right? World views. But when they come back now, then they bring 30 people like themselves to come back and give to people in need. So me and Fiona will be the groundwork here and be the one who will take them to people who we think deserve the help. And these people will come to, they're not tourists, or they're a different kind of tourists. They're not tourists who come to give back. They come to know your country, they want to interact with the local people, and then they want to make a difference by giving back to people in need. Again, tell me that don't know God. Tell me that don't know God. The first time that people come to Belize are because of Ladyville highlights. They saw us on YouTube and they said, we gotta meet up with those guys in Belize. We can take tours to Belize, humanitarian tours to Belize, and help the people in Belize. And that's how that is happening right now, right? So guys, I mean, amazing things that happen. Amazing things that happen because God is in it. It's not about myself, not about me, not about Fiona. It's about God working in one different way to bring blessings to people who need it the most. Alright? Let me see if I have any other thing I need to mention here before we move on. 1 minute. Anybody have any questions they want to ask before we move on? If you have a question, you can type a question now. I don't mind answer it. If you have any questions about Ladyville highlights, you can type it. I don't mind answer it. Oh, and while we were in Curacao, we met Courtney. Courtney was born blind. Courtney learned to teach herself piano. And Courtney is an amazing singer. I'm telling you. And she can speak so good. I gotta tell her, talk in the Creole. Y'all shut me down. He said, if you're gonna speak to me proper English. Don't come and speak to me Creole and switch. Keep it in English. Amazing young lady. You know, so even though she was born blind, she did not allow it to keep her back to accomplish great things. Right? So you should have no excuse, because if she could do it, then it's possible, right? We also had to do a video early in the week in regards to shippers, right? Because we struggle with the people who ship stuff to us. Sometimes they need to have the conscience from the people that we send things to him on, because they don't like the thing they call for me, the thing they call for give it to poor people. Right? We have so many shippers in the States, especially in California and New York, alright? And these are Belizean-owned businessmen. Sometimes when they ask you, just guys, please, if you look, the people that they send things to it, then a donation thing, right? Thing to give away to people. You never know, some of the thing might go to one of our own safe family there, Belize, right? All we ask is that we give the people that want to ease no man, want to half price, but $600 and $300 to send on barrel, kind of ridiculous, man, because I think that people get in. Dig? I know of Belizeans who work with American people, right? I know Belizeans who work with American people who got American not like Belizeans. I don't like it. Throw it away. What? The Creole girl say, hey, boss, give me no man. I could send this pants I Belize, and somebody I Belize and use it. Boss, please eat no. And then American tell you no. Oh, you want them? Take them. And so we Belizean people go and put them in a barrel, and then they lock off the barrel, and then they send it and put on it. Donation, Ladyville highlights. But when they go for pay for it, man, they want to kill the poor people, eh? Right? If a 200 give them for a leave half price, so give them a leave discount, no man. Right? Give them a leave discount, no, because they think they come right back to we Belizean people, eh? You go right and then villages, probably picnic need thing. The part sick people need thing. The money where sick people may have spent on Pampers and stuff, they could take it and buy food. Alright? Somebody said, write the government for exemption for your cars. Yes, that's a venture we plan to do as well. Alright? I must also say though that whenever we get stuff through the port authority, the custom guys are very reasonable with us. They treat you with love. That's all I say. The guys at customs, at the port authority, whenever they see the barrel mark with the highlights, they ease with. And we appreciate that, sir, madam, who always ease with, because the poor people that they deal with, you know. Poor people send the thing to what's up poor people, who are me and my wife, and then we carry it to far worse people than ourselves. Nobody got money. Right? Poor Belizeans in the States send it to Brock Albert and Brock Fiona, and then we carry it to people who far broke and we, who really need it. Nobody got money. Everybody just to try to do something to ease somebody else's burden. Alright? The other things that because they will hire to eat steak, man, look there. The other night they eat 30 beans. Yes, 30 beans by leg. Because we eat regular food like everybody else, right? Alright, so last thing for tonight then, good night Mr. Albert, exactly where in Ranchito does Miss Crawford lives, have something for her. Alright, Miss Crawford lives in Ranchito, Corozal. I don't know the exact location where she lives, but I think Fiona can give you her number. Alright, so if you inbox Fiona, Fiona can give you the number for Miss Crawford. Miss Crawford is a cancer patient in Corozal. We visited her when we went to Libertad, and she really needs the help, man. Alright, thanks to donors and everybody else, she was able to, you know, go to Belize and see the doctor. Alright, but they really need the help. Alright, so please, if you could help, it could really be a blessing to her. I fell asleep. Did you pick up the medications? No yet. I'll do it tomorrow, Terry. Alright, I'll do it tomorrow. My hand full, gal, Terry, gal. I forgot to work the morning, alright? I work the airport. We'll get the meal off of the plane. But I'll try to do it tomorrow, alright? And everybody else who I have stuff to pick up from you guys, just bear with me, alright? It's not that I don't want to comfort, it's just that the time, alright? With work, and then come home, and then juggle home life, then I have to go back on the street and pick up stuff. It's kind of hectic. But I'll come for the stuff there, alright? Alright? Alright, so lastly, the house for the blind man continues. Alright, it continues. The house is going slowly but surely. We thank a Belizean husband and wife from Los Angeles who sent 2 big heavy bags, right, Leslie? Yeah. 2 heavy bags. I had to haul on my trolley to haul it to the house. Alright, and we delivered a box of groceries to the blind man and his wife, Betty. Yeah. The donor said that Betty and her husband inspired her because my man can't see, but he always got a smile. He said, I can't. I want to stay by his side. Man, I know, so wife left them with their eye open. They didn't get blind, and so wife left their husband. But if she husband gone blind, and she still sticks to her husband. Still sticks to her husband. She become his eyes. Right? She does. Yes. Right? And they got the groceries. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. from California, for blessing them with the clothes and the groceries. And what had touched me was that when I took the groceries for them, the blind man said, Mr. Albert, see? Because they tear up their groceries and rat and pasta and all kind of things go out of the house, right? Yeah, so they have a tight hide. Otherwise, animals like get in there and eat their groceries. The blind man said, Mr. Albert, we be the part for we last. He said, we will think about call you. Take away the world coming out here for you. And when you come out, I come in a big thing. Right? Please tell Leslie I say hi. Leslie, somebody said hello hi.
Okay, I want to know who?
Sharp. That's the name. You have to see for the thing. So, guys, thank you all for supporting Ladyville Highlights. Alright, thank you for being a blessing to somebody less fortunate than yourself. Alright, the good Lord says it is more blessings to give than to receive. And sometimes blessing not come back in the farmer money, but blessing come back in that you have the good health. The children they got health. The children they have good health. Your children are successful in school. Your vehicle don't give problem. Blessing come in small ways. Small ways. Alright? Sometimes you step out of your house, you have no idea what the next moment will bring. But because you were able to bless somebody, God protect you on your going out and He protect you on your coming in. Alright? So that's how blessing works. They're not all the time blessing the money. They're not all the time blessing the money. Miss Busy is okay. Alright? Miss Busy is okay.
Oh, okay, I don't know that one.
And Faith is the sickle cell girl. Faith needs to go back to Merida. Alright, so Faith needs to go back to Merida because she still has to do some checkups. Alright then.
I said that Jeff.
Okay. Faith needs to go back to Merida. Alright. Let me see if I missed anything. Faith has got a blessing too from a lady in the States. Oh, alright, last one. Robert is 31 years old. Robert is 31 years old and Robert lay down in a bed for the day born. Robert no got no TV. Robert no got nothing, no radio. When I go and I go and visit Robert lives on Barak Road, that name? I think Barak Road, yeah. By the Panade shop. Robert, that 31 year old, the band kind of the farm. But the boy brain sharp because I talk to him and he laugh. He smile and all. Alright, so if anybody got a second hand TV where they could carry a Robert house and screw up and they want to make the man watch on TV, holla at me, man. Alright, holla at me. I don't mind pick up the TV and carry it make this young boy watch on TV. Alright. If you got a small radio, holla at me. I don't mind carry the small radio, make the boy listen to the TV. You imagine they put you in a room for the day of born and then you stay. Alright? And just watch it for a while. But if you hear a radio, or if you watch TV, you stimulate the brain. Alright? So Robert is 31 years old and he needs a TV, man. You can't get the young man lay down all day and not hear nothing, not see nothing. You know? Last comment before we go. Fiona, I miss you now. Alright, we won't do any karaoke tonight. Alright, because it's kind of hard to manipulate, to maneuver stuff. And if you're not by my side, Ladyville Highlight is not a one-man show. It's a coordinated effort between my wife and myself. As when I do something, she also controls the other functions. Alright, so we will have our next karaoke the next time we come back on live. Alright, and then finally, the struggle is real for a man called Mr. Eduardo Irving Ruano from San Roman Village. Eduardo was knocked down by a truck, hit and run. And it was a bad hit and run that doctor cut off Eduardo's foot. Eduardo on a young boy. Right? Eduardo have a wife and picnic. And now Eduardo can't provide for them because he lose his foot. I posted Eduardo's story and somebody went and gave him a box of groceries. Alright? Which is good, and we thank whoever did the groceries for Eduardo. But Eduardo still needs help. Then there's also the Baline with the foot.
Oh, Mr. Montes.
Mr. Montes.
He need more assistance.
Alright.
He need to make somebody visit her because that's what he
Where part he live?
Some part of PG, but I'm not so sure because remember.
Mr. Montes is the BDF soldier who was knocked down off a motorcycle. And he lose the foot and the hip broke. Hip bone, the pelvis area broke. Alright, Mr. Montes needs help, man. So, if you live in Punta Gorda area.
Yes, because he's still a child.
Yeah, alright. The man need help, man. Alright, sometimes the man feels suicidal. Alright, because the pain where they the terrible pain.
And they still have to get medication, and medication is very expensive.
Alright, so the man need a terrible pain.
A hard time to get the medication.
And the medication he uses is a controlled medication, so yes, he has a hard time to get it. Alright, and that's why I tell you, some people got life good, you know.
Yeah.
They have life good because they don't got the pain and the struggle with some people they go through. Real people, it takes a real lick about ya.
And they are so expensive that they have to decide that either the pain to ease the pain or the food. What
You imagine you have to decide for, will I buy food or buy medication for pain?
And because you can't take the pain, you rather buy the medication and stay without pain. That man need vitamins and can't buy vitamins because they have to buy medication.
Yep. Alright, so those are our updates for tonight. Thank you for tuning in, guys. You got the man to cry, watch over the eyes. Ease up, lady. Lady say my eye red, that's why. Hold on, I got my rag. If I want to cry, I got my rag and I got my towel. Yes, so.
Only one bucket left you for ring that.
I'm not crying, lady, don't worry about it. I miss my wife, boy. I miss her bad though. Right? I miss her bad. He treat me good. Right? God gave me a good woman. God gave me a woman who believe in, because Ladyville Highlights started before I met Fiona. But when I met Fiona, what Fiona did was take it to another level in saying, Albert, you can't just, if you want to help people, you can't just help people at Ladyville and Las Vegas. People, they suffer all over Belize, Albert. And I tell Fiona, girl, but do you think we can be able to do that? Fiona say, if the God did this thing like you say, then we want to do it. And honest to God, her word has come to pass, because when Fiona say, make we do it, man, we could do this thing countrywide. And we did it. The next day we got a call from Blackman Eddie. Shane and his wife needed help. And that was confirmation. That was confirmation that God did this thing. And ever since, we have not only helped people in Belize, but we have, Ladyville Highlights have reached out to people all the way in Jamaica and St. Vincent or Martinique. I think it's St. Martinique, where the volcano was. We had helped a family, a lady in Martinique, get some help. We had helped several people in Jamaica. As a matter of fact, the people who got help in Jamaica through Ladyville Highlights are still friends with the Belizean lady in the States who are helping them in Jamaica. Right? So, we thank God for this inspiration idea. It was not my idea. It came to us. We obeyed and we decided to run with it. And God has continually been opening doors and bringing people into our lives because of what we do. Right? We have met wonderful friends. Before Ladyville Highlights, I never know who named Nathaniel Paul. I never know who named Kirk Usher. Before Ladyville Highlights, we never know who named Thelma Gonzalez. We never know who named Lorna Gill. Before Ladyville Highlights, everybody that we know now were total strangers. But God has brought this thing together, and God is doing a wonderful thing in us reaching out to people. Before Ladyville Highlights, I never know who name is Miss Michelle. Me never know who name Marie Vernon. Alright? Me never know who name Marie Pratt. Me never know who name Carol Pratt. I get to meet my cousin because of Ladyville Highlights, Jermaine Magdaleno, and her husband, her husband there again, Jermaine Showtime, John Belial. Alright? So this is, without no shadow of a doubt, something that God has put together to help Belizeans, because nowhere else in the Belize has ever anything like this happened before. Alright? And so to God be the glory. Not Albert. I will never ever take no credit for something that I didn't come up with, nor I never come up with. It has to be God and God alone. Alright? So with that, guys, we're going to say good night. Fiona should be back by next week. So next week we go back to regular programs, karaoke, and we look forward to enjoy ourselves. Alright? And then remember, I'm going to get Bashmender tomorrow in Ladyville. Alright? So let's get together. Alright, so remember now, we want please recommend names, recommend village where we go for next week. Next week no. The next big giveaway we want to do is in Cayo. So please comment, put names, villages you think we should have go. Mr. Albert, we're going to Unitedville or go to Blackman Eddie. You tell us, because we don't know. Alright, and we want to be fair and just. We want to go to our village apart. People really need the help. Alright, if you know that our village apart, people know the work, people know our jobs, that day we want to go. Alright, that day we want to go, ease the burden, man. Alright, we want to go ease the burden. Again, when they come, we know the care. We don't care who the PUP, we don't care who the UDP, we don't care who the Anglican, we don't care who the Baptist, who the Jehovah's Witness. Come, and we'll be the highlights, so I'm blessed to know. Alright, take care, God bless. Good night.